Hi friends, welcome to Book Bites and my name is Santosh. Today's book bite is on His Majesty's Opponent by Sugata Bose. This is basically a book on Subhash Chandra Bose. Last week I have requested for two books, one on Bhagat Singh and one on Subhash Chandra Bose, and most of you have voted for Subhash Chandra Bose, so I have taken up this book. So before we start, I wish you all a very happy Independence Day, and if you feel that you have known some information on this auspicious day wherein August 15th as our Independence Day, so I would request you to subscribe to my channel and also like and also comment about Subhash Chandra Bose or your feelings about Independence Day in the comment box below. So let's get started. I'm going to divide this book into two parts. So actually I'm not going to give you the full book, but whatever portion that I am planning to give, I have divided it into two parts. Part number one will have some facts and unknown facts about Subhash Chandra Bose. Part number two will have about his childhood, his education, and how his character was built over the years and made him feel that he need to serve India. So let's get started now. If you see some of the unknown facts about Subhash Chandra Bose, I have listed down 8 important facts. So, Subhash Chandra Bose was known as George Washington of India. George Washington is someone who was actually the person who worked for the independence of United States, and he was called so because he was one of the key persons in the Indian movement. So that was the reason. Number 1, he was called as the George Washington of India. Number 2, Subhash Chandra Bose was the first person to hail Mahatma Gandhi as the father of our nation. If you see, Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose have two different ways altogether. But Subhash Chandra Bose and Mahatma Gandhi, both of them made sure that both are supporting each other and also supporting the single mission of getting independence to India. Number 3, Subhash Chandra Bose gave out a slogan, Chalo Delhi, or On to Delhi, in Japan. So what happened was that Subhash Chandra Bose was in Japan and World War II was happening, and then he gave out this slogan saying that we need to go to Delhi and we need to conquer Delhi, only then we are going to get independence under. And he said that the roads to Delhi are many, and even if some of us are being alive, we will definitely see Jai Hind. That is the 4th point. He is the person who introduced Jai Hind, victory to India. This is also one of the slogans that we still say by telling that Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. And then the 5th point is he was elected as the president of Indian National Congress twice, once with the support of Mahatma Gandhi and once even without the support of Mahatma Gandhi. And of course, 6th point, he headed the Indian National Army, which was the Azad Hind Fauj, and that was what he formed. And one curious thing that I learned while reading this book was that Subhash Chandra Bose was actually rejected by British Army when he was in college. Now 7th point, he was a believer in equality, and we name that as Samayavadi. So which means that he always believed that okay, every person can take that place that is needed. So he felt that okay, for example, that is the reason why you see Japanese people from all caste, religion, place, irrespective of anything, if you are having that mission, he used to take the person into the mission. And he is also a high risk taker, and this is also one of the reasons why till today the death mystery of Subhash Chandra Bose is not confirmed clearly, because he in 1945 actually took off into a Japanese bomber and tried to go into other field, and from there he got disappeared. So these are the 8 points about Subhash Chandra Bose. Quickly going through them. He was known as the George Washington of India. He is the first man to hail Mahatma as the father of our nation. He was the first man who gave the slogan Chalo Delhi, which means on to Delhi, and he introduced the word Jai Hind, victory to India. Subhash Chandra Bose got elected as president of Indian National Congress twice. He also headed the Indian National Army, which is called as the Azad Hind Fauj, and he is also a believer in equality, and he is a high risk taker. Now let's go to his childhood, his education, and how his character actually got developed. Subhash Chandra Bose was born in Jan 23 in 1897 near Cuttack, Orissa during a famine. He was also born in such dire situations, but fortunately he was born in a well-off family because his father Jas was actually a practiced lawyer and his mother Prabhavati was a housewife, and she used to take care of him very well. Initially he was joined in a European school and he felt that he was a kind of maladaptation in that school, and that was when Subhash Chandra Bose actually got shifted into an Indian school, and from there itself he used to get those feelings of getting unity, revolting against Britishers and trying to get that independence that we have been waiting. He got existential crisis during his teenage, which means that he used to feel, okay, why do I exist? And that was one of the reasons why he started reading the writings of Swami Vivekananda and also Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. One of these famous writings, Atmo Mokshartam Jagat Hitaya Cha, for your own salvation and for the service of humanity. This was one sentence that he took to the heart, and he thought that, okay, I am going to follow this because only because of this one sentence my life is going to get meaning. And he translated it for himself by telling that I will do service to humanity, which means for me service to my country and bringing my country to where we need. If you can see some of the words that were taken, Hita meant good, Seva meant service, Shraddha meant faith. These three words, Hita, Seva and Shraddha, Subhash Chandra Bose picked it from Swami Vivekananda, and the final one, Tyag, he picked it from Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and Tyag means sacrifice. Subhash Chandra Bose was also influenced by other poets and writers during his generation, including Rabindranath Tagore, Aurobindo Ghosh and Surendranath Baner. Subhash Chandra Bose completed his bachelor's in Presidency College in Kolkata and Scottish Church College. Now there is a reason why he studied bachelor's degree in two colleges, because some incident happened in Presidency College in Kolkata that made Subhash Chandra Bose get expelled from the college, and then he moved to Scottish Church College during a 1-year break. And during this break, he actually helped victims of plague and cholera pandemic in Cuttack and also in Kolkata. And that actually made Subhash Chandra Bose understand the dire situations of our country and how in a bad position that we all are in. Once he completed his bachelor's degree, his father asked him to pursue masters in philosophy at Cambridge University. And he also got qualified for ICS. ICS is basically a form of IAS that used to exist in Britishers' times. It means Indian Civil Service. And he also got qualified for that in 1921. And after that, he actually decided that, no, I'm not going to work for these Britishers. I'm going to join Mahatma Gandhi for the national movement. And finally, they both got separated. And he formed Azad Hind Fauj, which was the Indian National Army in Japan, and from there they tried to travel to Delhi, and during that process and during the World War II in 1945, his fighter plane got missed, and that stopped as a mystery. So that's it guys, this is for today. Once again, wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. I would love if you would share this video and also share your views and some information that you feel very much enriching about Subhash Chandra Bose. And if you have been liking the content that I am creating on this channel, Santosh, speak up. Please subscribe to my channel, like and also comment. Thank you. See you soon. Jai Hind.